Alright, hey there, Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back for another episode of the Nova Hoenn Nuzlocke. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we were here at the Lava Ridge Gym, and we just went and got the Heat Badge. And now what is going to be transpiring here in this episode is that we are going to be going and returning back to Petalburg City to now go and face off with our so-called dad by the name of Gold, that we're going to have to go and face off. And yes, we are not going to be facing off with Norman, but Gold instead. So I'm kind of curious to see what type of Pokemon that Gold is going to have within his team. And hopefully it's not going to be too much of a devastating team, but I think we should at least be able to hopefully at least clear it without having any type of deaths at all whatsoever. I know that we kind of ran into a death situation where we had to go and battle with Misty, but again, I know that Misty is normally a curse that whenever I go and do within any of my Nuzlocke series, even if I have to go and face off against with her in any type of Pokemon game, I know that I'm going to be losing at least like a couple bit of Pokemon, but either way, we should at least hopefully be somewhat fine here. But yeah, so Wannabe May is going to go and basically tell us here that we can go and head back to Petalburg if we want to, but I think we're going to hold that off for right now because we're going to go and search over at the desert area and get ourselves our first of many fossils. Now, unfortunately, we can't really go and pick up the second fossil. I believe the second fossil is normally at the post-end of the game. That happens after once you've taken on the Pokemon League and stuff. You can go and head back to that one dude's house, and he should be able to at least go and completely do a whole bunch of, I guess, revetivating with all of his different like fossil excursion that is there in the back of his house. And then you should be able to then go and talk to him and then pick up the Armaldo or that other root fossil that you had missed out within that time here. Yeah, so the fossil that we should be able to go and find, or the two fossils that are around over here, are not all that too far away from us. I think it's just like in the far right hand side there. And I believe within the way of how I wanted to go and do this episode is that I think I'm going to be going after the root fossil. Now, mind you, you guys can let me know in the comments if you guys want me to use this root fossil as somewhat of like a token for the Weavile that we went and illegally caught within our time, because I know that I kind of broke the rules a little bit, because I know that I saw that Denene was actually was going to be our Route 110 Pokemon, but I didn't realize that the route was actually a continuous route that stretched all the way until Mauville City. So if you guys want me to use that if you guys want me to use that Weavile, you guys can let me know in the comments down below, or we could go and see what this randomized type of fossil is going to be, and it could be somewhat of a pretty nice, good, beneficial Pokemon. I don't really know. Or we could just use it on another different token Pokemon within another encounter. I do kind of want to use at least this token around within Verdant Turf Cave, or the cave that is just right before Verdant Turf, because there is a Entei that we went and saw as an encounter, and I would not mind picking up with Drax and try to get him back onto the team. But yeah, so now this is where the decision making is going to come into play, and I think we're going to go and probably choose the root fossil, because that's what I told you guys all about here. And we will be running into our encounter within the desert area. I normally kind of count this area as somewhat of a different offset of what Route 110, Route 111 is going to be all about. Because like it's a whole entire other different route, so we can go and run out into an encounter if we do need to. And I think that's what's going to be happening here in just a few seconds. Now, I don't know if I already went and said this already, but we are going to be doing some Twilight Princess as well. We are going to have to go and return back as Wolflink at this point in time. We should be able to, I think, do a little bit of some exploration within Wolflink, hopefully at some point soon, because we do need to go and pick up with the shield and also with the other new sword that we do need before we go and start reaching off our way into where the Hyrule Field is going to be. But it looks like we can go run into a Diglett, and not really interested on actually having a Diglett, so fortunately let's just go and throw a Water Shuriken at it, and it should be able to just get knocked out pretty quickly. Now, there is also another thing that I do want to go and do as well, because not only do I want to go and pick up with the fossil, but is go to head back on over towards to where Mauville City is going to be, because we haven't really ever got ourselves with a bike just yet. And I think for us is that we may probably want to go and pick up with that Mach Bike, because I think that would be something beneficial for us. Now, I can't really remember if the Mach Bike is the one that actually does all the tricks, or if that's the Acro Bike. I'm pretty sure that it may probably be the Acro Bike, because I think the Mach Bike is kind of like the one that actually goes a little bit faster than your average other bike that happens. Because I think if you press on the B button, I think you go like a 10 times faster. I think what you could go and do from before. So either way, we'll still get ourselves with a bike, but if I ever do need to go and change, I'll probably go and change it probably after once I get the HO for fly, because then I don't really have to worry about having to go and head back and forth between like other different places, because at some point the flying HM is going to be somewhat of a pretty nice, good, handy dandy feature that I don't really have to go and ever have to really worry about ever having to walk back and forth between other places from there. But yeah, so we're gonna go and talk back over here to Rydell, and he will give us the two different bikes here. Now, I don't know if you have the option to change the colors of these bikes as well, but I think it's probably just like all RNG, because I don't think you have like the option to go and change the color for them. So let's just make sure that we go and register this in. Now, just like how Pokemon X and Y works, I believe you actually do have like, I think 4 different functions of having to use the Y button or the X button. I think it's more so the Y button. Yeah, and then you can just go and switch between all the different items that you normally have in your key inventory, which that's really handy, and I really do like that. But yeah, so after a little bit of some time, we're all the way back over here at Lava Ridge. You guys didn't have to go and see me have to travel all the way back just to head on over to Lava Ridge. There wasn't really anything too much going on anyways. I just took the gondola and then just went back to Jagged Path, because we already went and cleared out with some of the trainers already from before, so there's nothing that ever hasn't really ever been too new with the Jagged Path already so far. But yeah, so looking by my team is that we should probably at least go and do a little bit of a quick heal before we go and worry about battling out with Gold and also with the rest of the other trainers that are going to be in here. But at least the good thing is that within this gym is that most of these trainers only have only one type of Pokemon on their team. But also too, you may probably have to be a little bit worried about that, because since we are in a randomizer, you never really know what type of one Pokemon that these trainers are actually going to go and have out here. But I think we should be okay at least. Okay, so now we have the option to go into the accuracy room, or we could go into another one. I think we're going to go ahead into the accuracy room to begin off with this gym. So let's go and do that here. Now, I think I think there's also like the second last room, and I think that's the one-hit KO room. And I think normally that room never changes, I don't think, because you kind of have to go through that one to begin with. Alright, and all these trainers are going to be somewhat ace trainers here. I do like the ace trainers though, they're pretty cool. Alright, so we're going to bring out with Nitro, and we're going to see how well this is going to work. Normally I would probably say that maybe Rock Wrecker would probably do some damage, but I think probably Close Combat could also do some damage too, but probably not a whole heck of a lot. Well, it did a nice, good, decent chunk of damage, but you know what? I'll take it. Oh, well, that's a little bit scary, though. Like, even though that I weakened his defenses as well, he is going to be getting a boost of speed at this point. But that's not going to be lasting for too long, because Crustl's already gotten out, so that's pretty good enough for us. So, very nice there. Okay, so now it's onwards to the next gym, or the next gym trainer, I should say. I almost said into the next gym leader, but we haven't even faced off with the gym leader yet. But I have been planning out for the brand new schedules that are going to be happening for next year, and I'll kind of leave that just for like a little bit of like a teaser, I think, for what next year is going to be all about. But I have gotten the set of the different schedules of how I'm going to go and try to plan out on doing this to kind of switch up my channel around. But yeah, so just a reminder is that like throughout this for this final part of this year of 2024, you guys are not going to be seeing me do a whole heck of a lot of Let's Plays going forth afterwards. So for right now, I'm going to try to just get as much of the Let's Play episodes of different series that I would like to go and get finished off with. We still have a little bit more to go, at this point in time, because I know that with Nova Hoenn we do got Yokai Watch 3 right on after, and then we do have the 2 other different Let's Plays that are going to be happening following suit after, once we are all said and done with, well, I want to say with Twilight Princess, and also with the Final Fantasy X and whatnot, because I still do want to go and take care of Earthbound, and also as well doing the last game of our channel for a Let's Play of an actual normal recording, for a solo recording, and that is going to be with Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door for the remastered game on the Switch, because I think that would probably go and make a perfect tie-in of finishing off with the channel, and I think that would be great to go and play through that game, which that is brand new, and I wouldn't mind actually going and retrying out with Paper Mario Thousand Year Door once again. Because I've done a randomizer for it, I've done an original Let's Play for it, but the reason why that I want to go and play through the remastered is because I deleted my original Paper Mario Thousand Year Door game, because I didn't really like the way of how the recording was back in like 2017 or around 2018, somewhere around there. So I decided to just completely delete all of that and start anew and go into what the remastered is going to be all about. And I should at least probably know where most of everything is going to be now, since I went and did a randomizer for Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, which that was a really fun series to go and come back to. I believe I believe the randomizer actually gets updated like every few years or so, and I haven't really ever went out of my way to check out what the new type of updates are all about within that game, because normally they always like to throw in like new type of stuff that always happens within the Thousand Year Door randomizer. But here we go. Let's go and take care of the gold battle. Hey, he's got that same type of design as our, well, somewhat like kind of ours. But you know what's really weird is though, is that when we met up with Gold from before, it's like he was like a whole other different person. So I guess this is kind of like his alternate type of way of well, I guess how he wants to be like as the gym leader here, not be like the dad that we went and saw at the very beginning. But here we go. We got the battle with Gold. Let's see what he's got. Got Pelos Wine. Okay, that's a interesting mod to go out for. Wonder how I'm gonna have to go face him with this guy. Well, it shouldn't be too bad, right? Because like we have Rock Wrecker, which that should at least be able to do a significant amount of damage. Well, it did enough, but it's not what we wanted, and ow, that bulldoze is gonna hurt a little bit. Yeah, and unfortunately our speed's gonna be dropping. But the good thing is that Pelos White is a very slow Pokemon, so even though that he's gonna be like lowering our speed, Nitro's still much faster. Well, I think we're gonna probably have to go and switch into Duggan. Yeah, because 1,000 waves would probably be something that would be nice, or we could go and probably set for the Force Palm here. Ooh. Okay, well, don't really want that stat to be dropping all that much. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna set up for that 1,000 wave, and okay, that's not bad at all. But we're still kind of missing out on getting that full knockout right there. So we still have to go for the Force Palm. And there we go. One Force Palm should be able to go and do it right there. Now, he still's got 3 more other mods on his team, so we're not out of the woods just yet. Ooh, Magnitude, but not for me. We already got some better, good enough, like, ground-type moves anyways to kind of be able to help out with our team. Oh, Heracross? Oh, man. If only if I had, like a really nice, good move to go and help out with this. Unfortunately, I don't. Like, I'm pretty certain I think if I use, like, Air Slash or something with Daz, I think I'd be okay. But the one problem that I'll have if I go and set up with Daz is that this man will probably have at least like close combat or something, and I don't like that, because if it's like any type of fight type move, most of my team is like somewhat like kind of weak to that. Because like we have Hickory that's like basically weak to fighting, we have Baxter that's also weak to fighting. And even also with Daz himself, I'm pretty sure is also weak to fighting as well too, because he's also a steel type. Okay, well that's a little bit scary there. Maybe we should probably go into Duggan. I don't know. We'll have to make the best suggestion here. I was thinking about with Daz, but probably not going to really work out here with a Heracross. Well, it's a good thing that, well, at least the good thing is that, like, I know that with Norman here, it seems like he already has like the Mega Ring alongside with him there, so at least it's not like a Mega Heracross that we have to really worry about right now, or I should say Gold at this point. Well, if you keep all over your defenses like that, that's fine by me. Nice. And there we go. And Heracross is down and out. I'll take that as a win. Okay, so that's 2 mods down. Let's see what else he's got. I'm probably assuming that he's going to have his classic starter with him, which that's going to be, yeah, with his Typhlosion. So here we go. Well, you know what? We got 1,000 waves. Ooh, that's the flamethrower. That hopefully it's not going to be a critical. Oh, wow, that was really close. I don't know why I do it, man. Sometimes I always kind of think about myself is that should I play it safe or should I just risk it? And you know what? Sometimes just risking it is always the much better idea than just trying to play it safe. But this time I do have to kind of play it safe right now because I don't really want to have to go and lose out on any more health than it actually has to be. We're not losing out on our mod. We already have like what, like 3 deaths so far. We already went and lost out with the Dene already, and I don't really want to have to go through that again. Okay, so Water Shuriken, that should at least be able to do some damage here. Can we at least get all 5? That would be awesome there. Oh, that's a 2. Oh, that's a 3. Come on, can we get the full enough? Yeah, we do actually. Wow, we got the full 4 hits. Very nice. Hit 4 times. And there we go. And Hickory's all the way up to level 32. And no, I'm not going to really go and use Endure. But hooray! So I believe we now get the Ballas badge. I think that's what the badge is actually known as here. So that's pretty nice. Yep, we have made it this far. And we have finally defeated you, Dad. There we go. Thank you for that badge. We will make sure to go and add that to our badge list. Now, I think at this point in time, too, I think Ash, I think at this point now, since we are playing Nova Hoenn, not Wally, is actually going to take us all the way back to Mauville City without ever having to go and really go our way to use the surfing method. So that should be pretty nice. And we can just go and just keep on continuing onwards from there to go over to Fortree City. Because this is going to be the last of these type of destinations on this particular part within Hoenn for now, because at some point after once we're done with Fortree City, every other gym that we're going to have to go and face off with, I think, by this point, is going to all have to be done by using the surfing method. Because we do have, what's it, Stutopolis that you have to go and use the surfing method for, and then also, of course, you can't forget that you also have Maz Deep City, which that's going to have with Tate and Eliza there, or, well, basically now here in Nova Hoenn, the actual May and Crystal, which we're going to have to go and face off with. And I just kind of like how Gold just basically just like transformed his his alternate costume to now back to his dad form now. And then there's a little bit of a heart-to-heart moment there. But now Wally's going to go and basically teleport us all the way over to Mauville City. So let's go and head on over to there. Huh. I wonder how Ash had to get all the way back over here to Mauville City, because I think we were going the whole other complete opposite way. But anyways, see you guys in the next one, and of course, peace.